Alright guys, here's another little hobby I do. Every now and then I get a fishing rod that's broken or something like that, and the guide or the ceramic falls out of the guide right there, and I'll take and retie them back on the rod and fix it like new, see? So, pretty cool stuff. Another little hobby. Figured I'd share it with you. After I get the epoxy on there, I'll show you what it looks like. You see how the ceramic tips busted out of this? What you do is you want to heat this glue up right here, and you can pull this tip off, and then we'll slide a new one on and re-glue it, and then we'll hit it with a little top coat of the finish, the rod finish, and that'll seal it up and it won't come off. So here's the new guide. Alright, you guys, see how I took the lighter, the big lighter, and just held it underneath the metal guide, and that'll loosen that glue and start making it melt, and that way you can slide the old tip off and put the new one on. So I'll glue it on here just a second. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, I got that tip cleaned up. My camera won't focus for shit, but here's some tip glue, and what you do with that is you just heat it up with a lighter and run it onto the rod, and then just slide your tip on. So that's what I'm going to get ready to do. Alright guys, there's the tip. It's glued on, and you won't be able to pull that off. I mean, that glue is on there pretty good. And then what we'll do is, like I said, when I get that thread finish, I'll run a little thread finish over this here, and that'll seal it up, and it won't come off until you want it to come off, and you'll have to use heat to do it. So, little tip, eh? Alright guys, I'm going to mix up some of this here, this thread sealant, 2-part epoxy, and then you coat the thread, and then it'll look like a factory guide. That's a factory guide. That's the one I wrapped. So, alright guys, I mixed the 2 parts of epoxy in this little cup, and you gotta stir it and try to keep all the air bubbles out. You gotta stir it for about a minute. So once I get that on, I'll start applying it to the rod and turn the lathe on and let it dry. So I'll walk you through those steps in a second. Alright guys, I'm applying the epoxy to the guide and thread, and that'll seal it up and make it flexible, but it's almost like, I don't know what kind of glue. It's pretty tough stuff, but that's how it's done. I'll move on. Alright guys, there you go. That's how it's done. Put the top coat on there and let it dry for a good 8 to 12 hours, spinning like that. That way the finish levels out. So it'll sit on this rod lathe for a while, spin until morning, and then I'll drop the guy's rod back off. So there you go. Thanks for watching.